Good morning, students. I Gunjan Garg welcome you to all to E-classes. Students, today I am going to discuss a very beautiful poem, The Brook. Students, The Brook is a small river, and the poem is written by Lord Alfred Tennyson. Children, the poet Lord Alfred Tennyson discussed the journey of a river in this poem, and the poet tells us that after so many obstacles, the river reached to its destiny. And the poet compared the life of human being with the life of a river. And so many times, poet tells us different things of a human life and different things of a river. So, the student of class 7th, be ready to understand the feeling of the poet. Children, The Brook is a motivational poem. In this poem, the poet, Lord Alfred Tennyson, described the journey of a small river. When we try to understand this poem, it seems like an autobiography of a river. In this poem, the river brook describes its journey and tells us how the life of a river is also full of happiness, joy, sorrow, like the life of human beings. But the river says again and again that the life of human being is mortal, but the journey of a river is immortal. Children, let's start this poem stanza by stanza. I come from haunts of coot and hern, I make a sudden sally, and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. Haunts means dwelling places, and coot and hern are the name of birds. Here, the river brook says that it comes from dwelling places of water birds. Water birds are coot and hern. I make a sudden sally. Sally means rush. It means it comes out suddenly from the places of coot and herns and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. Here, the poet says it moves through the ferns and sparkles when the sunshine reflects the crystal clear water, and when the brook moves create a lot of noise. Bicker means flow down. When it's flow down a valley, it makes too much noise. The next stanza is, by 30 hills I hurry down or slip between the reeds, by 20 troops a little town and half 100 bridges. Troops means old villages, and in these lines the river brook is saying that it flows through different areas, and the poet has created wonderful imaginaries when we study the poem Brook. It flowing by 30 hills, sleeping between reeds. Reeds means long narrow hills, 20 villages and little town and 50 bridges. Here the poet is saying half 100 bridges means between 50 bridges. Till last by flips from I flow to join the brimming river, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Children, in this stanza, Flips Farm is an imaginary name, and brimming means overflowing river that is full of water. The river is saying after flowing 30 hills between the reeds, crossing 20 villages, and it wants to join a overflowing river because it is a small river. It wants to merge in an overflowing river, and the river says that man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. The river wants to say man is mortal. Man come on the earth for a certain period, and after spending his or her time, it goes away, and it is the end of their life, but I go on forever because river is immortal. In the next stanza is, I chatter over stony ways, in little sharps and trebles, I bubble into adding bass, I babble on the pebbles. The river is saying it goes on the stony path, creating chattering sounds. And sharps means sudden and shrill voices, and treble means high-pitched voices. Adding bass, adding is the wielding means bhavar, and bass is the inlets. And these lines, the river makes sharp high-pitched sound when the brook clashes on the side bank of the land, and it makes bubbles when it falls from the height in the spiral movement. When it moves on the pebbles, it creates soft pleasing sound. And the next stanza is, with many a curve my banks I fed, by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy fold and set with willow weed and mallow. Willow weed and mallow are a kind of plants. And fret means erode, but in these lines the meaning of fret is anger. In these lines, the river brook is saying that it moves on, taking many curves and create rough and unpleasant sound on the bank of the brook. The brook moves through many fields and uncultivated lands. And the brook goes through the foreland, that is the land just before merging point. And the poet described the land to be the fairyland, as with flowers and beautiful plants like willow and mallow, it looks like so. And the lines are, I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. The brook creates various sounds before merging with its destinations. And for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. These lines are very important in this line because again and again river is repeating these lines that the man is mortal, it can come on the earth and it go away from the earth, but river is immortal and it do work without tiredness. I wind about and in and out with here a blossom sailing and here and there a lusty trout and here and there a grayling. I wind about. These line indicates that the brook life has lots of ups and downs, and in its winding movement, it often falls from height and goes in deep water and come out to continue to flow. After so many obstacles, the river is flowing. But in these ups and downs, here a blossom sailing. It carries, blossom means flowers. It carries flowers with its. And here and there a lusty trout. Lusty means greedy. Trout means a kind of fish which lives in fresh water. In flowers के साथ, the life of river is full of greedy fishes. And here and there a grayling. Grayling means these are the type of fish that in the river there are good fish and bad fish. Like human life, there is something good or something bad. In these lines, the poet is described the life of the river with the life of the human beings. And the next stanza is, and here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel, with many a silver water break above the golden gravel. Children, the poet describes when the brook moves, the water clashes with each other and create bubbles, and those bubbles in group makes pieces of foams. And the brook moves through different curves and clashes creates silvery water break. And these foams and silvery water break can be visible on the surface of the water, and at the base of the brook there are golden. The base of the brook is golden color and there are also golden color stones. And the river is saying, and draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. To draw. Draw means the brook carries all fishes, foams and flowers with it to join the brimming river, because the only wish is the river to merge in the overflowing river. And then the refrain comes, meaning that eternal state of the river to that of transient one of humans. It means the thing which comes into its way, the river brings all things like flowers, like fish, everything it brings with it. And the line is, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. Again the river say the man is mortal, but the river is immortal. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I sit by hazel covers, I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. In these lines, the brook secretly moves through the grassy plots and lawns and moves swiftly by the bushy hazel trees. Hazel trees means thorny trees, and the brook shakes the sweet forget-me-not flower which grow for happy lovers. Forget-me-not is the kind of a flower and it grows for the happy lovers, and the river moves it with itself. Then the river says, I slip, I slide, I gloom, I dance, among my schemy swallows, I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy swallows. I slip, these are the movement of a river. The brook moves along making different movements like sleeping, sliding, moving through darkness and so on. And there we find swallow birds to skim on the surface of the water for food. The brook waves create a net-like structure on which the sun sparkles, and it seems to us as if the sunbeams are dancing. We feel that sunbeams are dancing on its surface. Then the river says, I murmur under moons and stars in bramly wildernesses. I linger by my shining bars. I loiter round my crasses. The river is saying that At night, under the moon and stars, the brook goes on moving, creating murmuring sound through the natural land where thorny bushes are also grown. And the brook often lingers because of the stone on its way. There are the stones on the way of river. That's why it is linger. The brook water moves purposelessly around the plant named crashes. Crashes is the name of a plant, and the water of the brook around flows purposelessly around it. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. It means after facing so much obstacles, the brook again takes a curve and starts flowing to join the brimming river. And again the two lines are repeating, for man may come and man may go, but I go on forever. It means man is mortal, it can come on the earth and it go away from the earth, but the life of river is immortal because the nature is immortal. Children, I hope you understand the meaning of this poem. In this poem, the brook teaches us that the life of human being is full of hurdles, but we should not slow down. We must continue ahead by keeping the goal in our mind. If we do so, we are sure to achieve our success, our fulfillment in our life. Thank you for watching this video. Stay home, keep learning.